All right, guys, welcome back to another Battlefield 2042 news video. And today we've got a bunch of news to talk about. We've got a brand new weapon skin added to the game for the weekly mission. We've got some new featured experiences, the new Friday night battlefields, and we've also got some other huge changes to talk about that are going to be dropping in a future update. There is also a brand new EA survey that just released about feedback for Battlefield 2042 that we're going to dive into. I'm also going to talk about the upcoming rework to specialist system that they were supposed to do in a feedback loop that we have unfortunately not gotten yet, so we're going to dive into why that is and potentially when that could be releasing and so much more. So definitely stick around to the end of the video because you guys are not going to want to miss it. Hey, what's up everyone? Wes here. Welcome back to another Battlefield 2042 news video. And to get started, let's talk about the new weekly missions, which if you complete the weekly mission will grant you a new weapon skin. So we're going to talk about that reward. According to the Battlefield Twitter, they said unlock the Fleck Universal Common Weapon skin this week in Battlefield 2042 by completing the following steps: 15 teammates revived, 50 teammates resupplied with ammo, and 3,000 damage inflicted with primary and secondary weapons. So what I will say is I'm glad that these are universal weapon skins rather than just getting the whiteout skins that we got for like 6 weeks in a row. Although I do still feel like they could do a little bit better in the reward department. I feel like these are just kind of easy skins to release just to kind of let the weeks go by, because I doubt they want to utilize the skins that are premium that they would like to sell in the battle pass or even in the item shop whenever that does release in season 1. Moving right along to our next bit of news. According to the Battlefield Twitter, we've got a new set of featured experiences that were just dropped. They said, and I quote, play the new set of featured experiences for Battlefield Portal this weekend: 2042 Infantry Conquest, Gun Roulette, 2042 Rush, and Friday Night Battlefield. So the two go-to featured experiences that I'm seeing right now are the 2042 Infantry Conquest and 2042 Rush. Those are definitely the ones that I'll be playing. Rush in this game is definitely one-sided. I would hope that they would do some updates to the experience to make it so it's less one-sided, but that requires a bunch of different stuff for them to do, which likely won't happen anytime soon. I would hope that eventually they start balancing out all of the featured experiences that they release in Battlefield Portal, but it is what it is. Now moving on to the Friday Night Battlefield, we do have some details on what that experience is going to be. This week's Friday Night Battlefield is definitely not as good as it was last week. I am definitely still curious to see how this game mode plays, but according to Battlefield Bulletin, they said that Friday Night Battlefield experience is Tank Conquest, and it is live now for 24 hours. So it is a 64-player 32v32 Tank Conquest setup. It features quicker tank respawns, faster movement speed for running, and you have more health and have a faster health regeneration. So like I said, I'm definitely curious about this one. Let me know what your thoughts are on it. I haven't played it yet, so definitely comment below if you like the mode. Do you think it's something that should return in a featured experience, or do you think it's one of those game modes that should just be forgotten about? Next up, I want to talk about a Reddit post in regards to the top 10 video games of the last 12 months ending April of 2022. And according to this report, Battlefield 2042 is number 5 on the top 10 video games sold in the last 12 months. So if this right here is any indication of why you should not pre-order video games, I have no idea what is. This Battlefield game is barely able to go past 2,000 viewers on Steam. Granted, overall, it's probably got a lot more than that. According to Tom Henderson, he stated that the game struggles to go past 10,000 players in at one time, and that is with full crossplay. But yet Battlefield 2042 is still in the top 10 video games sold in the last 12 months, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Stop pre-ordering games. I think we've been burned one too many times, so definitely do not pre-order. And even then, wait for content creators to do a review so you can see if that game is even worth the crap, because I'm still hating the fact that I bought an Ultimate Edition on Xbox and an Ultimate Edition on PC. So needless to say, that was definitely not the smartest decision in hindsight. This report is actually coming from the NPO group, the retail tracking service. So if you guys would like to read more information on that, I will definitely leave a link in the description, or it might be easier just to look up the NPO group results of the last 12 months. Next up, I want to talk about another tweet from Battlefield Bulletin. They tweeted out 6 known issues to add to DICE's fix lists. The last update 4.0 solved a lot of big problems with Battlefield 2042, but there are still a lot of issues that are currently ongoing. So according to the write-up from Battlefield Bulletin, they said this: hardcore team deathmatch, a rare bug where players are able to slide around the map while they're in a down screen until they use the med pin or medical crate. For the next known issue, some players may become stuck in the parachute animation. We've got an issue with Angel's loadout crate where you may get stuck in the air if the armor pouch you threw got the mesh of the crate instead. Moving right along, players are having issues trying to get up ladders. I've also had this issue happen to myself, so hopefully they get that issue solved soon. Next up, in some instances, specialists can be overlapped in the end of round screen. And then finally, we have a rare bug where players get stuck inside the MV38 Condor slower and are able to move around. So that's definitely unfortunate. Hopefully they get all of these 6 known issues fixed in the May update that hopefully releases next week. Next up, we have to talk about a Battlefield 2042 survey that just went live. If you actually check your email right now, it is a full in-depth survey where the goal is to give feedback regarding Battlefield 2042. Now, I actually took the survey already. We're going to talk about some of the things that were in the survey. There is some interesting tidbits that I do want to talk about, but essentially they said this in an email: make your opinion count. Your input matters to us. Please take a few minutes to complete a 2-question survey. This is your chance to be heard by the Battlefield team. Thanks for your help. One question that they asked was in regards to the specialist system in Battlefield 2042. They said this: thinking about the specialists in 2042, how much would you agree with the following statement? Each specialist has a clear and distinct role. I said don't agree at all. Specialists work well together, complementing each other's abilities. Specialist abilities are balanced. It's easy to understand how specialists can be used to win a match. Specialists give me the choice and freedom to play the game as I want, and the variety of specialists available gives me the tools needed to play the objective. I'm definitely curious to see what your thoughts are on the specialist system. In my opinion, I am not a big fan of how they implemented specialists in 2042, as it doesn't really feel like a Battlefield experience. Hopefully in the future that they're able to kind of morph the specialist system and the class system together, because right now the game does not promote squad play at all. Next up, they asked about potential future official experiences in Battlefield 2042. They listed a couple of game modes that I want to talk about. Squad Rush mode, where it's a 4v4 kind of like Search and Destroy. There's Squad Conquest mode, where that's like a Call of Duty domination game mode. There's the Grenade Golf mode, which looks pretty interesting. I don't know if I would even play that though. There's One versus Many, which is like King of the Hill. There's Air Superiority mode that they actually talked about. So maybe this is them gauging everyone's opinions on air superiority so that they could finally bring that to the game. And finally, the last mode that they talked about was the Bounty Hunt mode. It says in this free-for-all mode, achieving a kill streak makes the players wanted. Wanted players are automatically spotted periodically and targeted by the non-wanted players. So some of them definitely sound intriguing. In my opinion, air superiority is really the only one that I'd like to see in the game. It is one of the aspects of Battlefield 2042 that is lacking heavily, but that's just my thoughts. Next up, there was another survey question in regards to the Portal experiences. And what's funny is I have been actually talking about persistent servers in Portal for a while, but they stated, how interested would you be in a server rental program for hosting persistent servers? To which I said, extremely interested. I think if they give people the ability to rent a server and then have a Portal experience based on that server, and then provide a full server browser inside of All Out Warfare, then Battlefield 2042 could be in a much better state. Next up, I'd like to talk about the specialist feedback loop that we still have not gotten. So with the next update likely happening sometime next week, we have still not gotten any information regarding the specialist feedback loop yet. They said that we would have it in 1 to 2 weeks time, but it's been almost 6 weeks since that's happened. And my question is this: when is that going to happen? Is it going to be with the May update, or is it going to be closer to season 1 of the game? I would really hope that they would have the specialist system worked out to kind of bring back the classes system before the season 1 of the game, but I don't know if that's going to be the case at this point. They have given themselves deadlines and have time and time again moved those deadlines out of the way to do other things, or rather nothing at all and just radio silence. But my question is, like, when is that going to change? When are we going to start getting weekly and even bi-weekly communication from DICE and Battlefield regarding how the development's going? When are we going to get season 1? When are we going to get the content that we paid for in the Ultimate Edition actually fulfilled? There is literally games in early access on Steam that have better communication skills than a AAA developer, and that is a big issue for me. So hopefully they get that sorted out soon. They really need to improve on their communication, or people will continue to be disgruntled. But yeah, guys, that is going to wrap it up with this video. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel with your notifications on, and don't forget to check back again tomorrow for another Battlefield 2042 news video.